How to control AI when coding. 10 essential tips. Are you using AI to write code, or is AI using you? There's a difference. If you are just accepting whatever the AI gives you without a plan, without a structure, without understanding what came back, you're not coding, you're hoping. A carpenter doesn't let the hammer decide where the nail goes. In this video, I'm sharing 10 tips that will keep you in control when coding with AI. Number 1, start with a plan, not a prompt. Start with a storyboard, a clear plan. Before you ask AI to write anything, sketch out your own structure. Even just pseudocode or bullet lists of steps. If you don't know what the code should do, you can't judge whether AI got it right. The plan is your compass. The AI is just the vehicle. You can even use a flow storyboard to map out the user's journey through the application, like going from the index to a guest book, processing it, and finally delivering the comments. Decide the architecture yourself. Architecture is the technical choices you make before coding starts. Things like the programming language you're going to be using, the folder structure, the file responsibilities, and how those files connect to each other. Architecture is the skeleton of your project, and if you let AI decide that, you're no longer driving, you're a passenger. Number 3, use custom instructions to set the big picture. Now that you know your plan and your technical choices, capture these in files like agents.md or Copilot instructions, Claude.md, Gemini.md. I have a separate video on custom instructions and you can check this out later. I'll leave a link in the description. Number 4, work in small testable chunks. With the custom instructions in place, start building, but one piece at a time. Generate a single function, read it, test it, then move on. Small chunks mean small mistakes, and small mistakes are easy to catch. The moment you hand over a massive task to the AI, you lose visibility. So for example, all the pages shown on my diagram here would have to be created one by one. And in the following steps, I'll show you how you can keep an eye on them. And yet it's going to be very quick because AI will be doing the writing for you. Step 5, name things yourself. As you build each piece, define the interface before the AI fills it in. If you needed to create a PHP script that would validate comments submitted by the user, you could specifically ask for the script to be named valid form input. So you've got a hold on what's happening. You understand the structure inside out. Use inline comments to stir the code generation. This is known as ghost text. You put the comments at the top of the script that is about to be created, and as you hit the carriage return, you notice that AI will generate the code for you. Simply hit the tab key to accept its suggestions or ignore them if you don't want to accept them. Read every line before you accept it. Step 7. Now this is important because you need to have a hand on things. Also, Visual Studio Code allows you to generate instructions that will actually overview and refactor the code that was written. So in short, you can use AI to look at the code that AI has written. This helps you to keep on top of things. Use the AI to explain what it wrote. Now this is one of the very good handy tricks you have in AI now, especially when you're using Visual Studio Code. You have got a command in Visual Studio Code called explain, and you can go and trigger this after the code has been written, highlighting the code that you want it to explain, and then giving it a clear prompt to explain that code. To do this even more effectively, you can use a different agent than the one that actually created the code in the first place. And this helps you to keep an eye on things. You can see a demonstration of that taking place on the screen on the video right now. Save what works into a snippet library. This is very handy. And in Visual Studio Code, you can create prompts from code snippets that you can reuse again and again. Step 10. Set tighter boundaries each time you work. The agents.md is not a static file. As you work along, you will find things that the agent does well, others that it doesn't do well. You can add these into the agents.md. So for example, if you find it writing your CSS inline when you want it to be in separate files, make sure you put this into your agents mode. This can be updated as you go along. In summary, the thread running through all 10 is one principle. You are the developer, the AI is the tool. So remember, AI coding assistants are powerful, but don't hand control over to them. Don't let the AI lead. That's like letting the hammer decide where the nails go. You're the developer. You set the direction, the standards, the structure. The AI just accelerates the work. Follow those 10 steps and you stay firmly in the driving seat every time you code with AI. In fact, I'd advise you to watch that video again. Note down the steps and follow them. Put them into practice. Thank you very much. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we'll be producing another video soon.